Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, Errol Spence thinks Terence Crawford is going to beat shell of himself, Kell Brook, easy, and his fans are hoping that Kell Brook can pull off the upset. And then you got people saying that this is Terence Crawford's toughest fight. Let's talk about all of that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And like I said before with Errol Spence, he fought a shell of himself, Terence Crawford. He had like he fought a prime Kell Brook. In a shell of himself, Kell Brook, who just came down 13 pounds. He just came down, what? 7 pounds for fighting Terence Crawford with a broken 9. You know, or Spence broke the other one. That's what people say. No shit. When you break something, the other one, the one you broke becomes stronger and the other one become weaker. So people talking about like, oh, he did this. He like, that's a good performance. Like Kell Brook was beating his ass until his stamina kind of, you know, he couldn't keep up with Errol Spence, and that's credit to Errol Spence. But Errol Spence didn't beat no prime Kell Brook. So like I said before, that ain't no win to say, oh my God, he beat Kell Brook. Like Kell Brook resume was just floating on the strength of beating Sean Porter. And that's true. That's it. They act like he beat Kell Brook. He was undefeated. He didn't lose. And like, come on. And people saying, well, Kell Brook might have been the best welterweight in the fuck no. He wasn't better than Manny Pacquiao. He wasn't better than Keith Thurman at the time. People forget he struggled and damn near lost to Carson Jones. Now Eddie Hearn said that in the Carson Jones fight that, you know, he didn't train for the first one. So whatever reason that was, probably Eddie Wright. And then the second one he did better. I think he ended up stopping him in the second one. But, you know, just like I said before, man, of course Terence going to beat him easy. But it's a lot of people that's an Errol Spence fans that's hoping that, you know, Terence Crawford failed. Instead of seeing Errol Spence beat him, a lot of people just want to see Crawford lose. Crawford is going to go to the distance with him, or he going to struggle. This is the toughest opponent. And then when people say that, they don't know boxing. Kell Brook resume is just off the strength, is just beating up Sean Porter. Everything else, he fought dudes that was like, had 100 losses or 67 losses. Look at his resume. You know, well, he gave Errol Spence a good fight. He should give Kell 2 different styles. 2 different styles. You know, but like I said before, you know, Errol Spence know what's up. He know what Bud gonna do Saturday night. You know, if Bud was a weaker or lesser opposition that he knew he can beat, Jeff Horn, Josito Lopez, somebody like that, he would have been running contract over and fought him. No matter where he fought at, Top Rank, the Zone, they would have made the fight happen. Honestly, and to continue on with it, I mean, I don't understand why people don't want to see Crawford and Spence. Like, that's the fight that people don't want to see. They praying, they hoping. And it's mainly them Errol Spence fans from Texas. They praying, they hoping that because they know Terence Crawford going to beat the dog walking crap out of him. They understand what's going on. We understand what's going on. And Errol Spence already know. They praying that he lose. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence may not have a better legacy fight there because everything he doing is what Keith Thurman already done. Even if he fight Pacquiao, Keith Thurman done it. It wouldn't surprise me if Crawford did end his contract with Top Rank and Keith Thurman, you know, fought Terence Crawford on his first fight with PBC. That wouldn't surprise me. You know, Earl act like he doing something special. You doing everything that Keith Thurman did. Literally. But, you know, for people saying that, oh, this is the toughest fight that Spence is Crawford, you don't know boxing. At the time, only person Gamboa didn't want to fight at 35 was Brandon Rios because of the weight differential. Gamboa is a better fighter than Kell Brook. They both hold a world title once. I think Gamboa might have been a world titleist at 26 and 30. I think that might be the case. He didn't get a world title at 35, though. He didn't get a title award at 35. But he was a title holder at 26 and 30. Down there, Mikey Garcia didn't want to fight. None of the dudes wanted to see him. He a better fighter than Kell Brook. Victor Postal, he's still a better fighter than Kell Brook. He really beat Jose Ramirez. He gave Josh Taylor a hell of a fight. He stopped Lucas Matisse, the first person to do that. Danny Garcia didn't stop him. He did that. So, like I said before, Victor Postal was the lineal champ. That's the same guy that Danny Garcia paid to step aside and didn't want to fight. So you talking about the guy that Errol Spence fight didn't want to fight Victor Postal? Like, why? I ain't paying nobody to step aside if I can beat him. Well, Danny Garcia, I didn't know. I have never heard of the guy, but he fought on your undercard. But if that guy you never heard of was Rod Salka, you'd have fought him. He knew who Victor Poster was. And he knew Victor Poster would have beat him at 140 pounds. Straight up and down. Man, he had just too much movement, too much range for him. He'd outbox Danny Garcia, and Danny Garcia knew it. So you talking about, Kell Brook about to get waxed. It might not be as fast as Golovkin, but he gonna get waxed. And a lot of people, just keep underestimating Crawford. Like he can't fight. Like he can't box. He can box and fight. A lot of fans, okay, let's go kill Brook. Let's go kill. Like, dude. Like, why don't y'all guys want to see Errol Spence and Terence Crawford? Why not? Why not, man? Ain't your boy say, ain't no hoes in Texas? They're looking like a lot of them. They're allowing these dudes to talk boxing. They don't know nothing about boxing. Dudes like 20-something years old, 20 years old, 21, talking about boxing. Like, dude, you probably don't even know who Salvador Sanchez and Zuma Nelson was. You don't even know Terry Norris. They don't even know Terry Norris. And people are supposed to be from Texas. They don't even know about Juan Baby Bull Diaz and stuff of that nature. Like real Texas fights. I think Casitas fought Marquez somewhere down there in Texas. I could be wrong. It's a lot of fights that went down in Texas. A lot of controversial fights over the course of time. But this ain't the toughest fight. This ain't the toughest fight for him. At all. Not at all. The reason Kell Brook came back down to 47 because he's scared to compete with the guys at 54. Who Kell Brook beating at 54? They ordered a mandatory between him and Jaime on the low. He ducked the Jaime Munguia fade. He not beating J-Rock. He not beating Jamel. He not beating Tony Harrison. He not beating Erickson Lubin. He not beating Teixeira. He not beating Castanos. So my whole thing is, like, he had no other choice to go. He's not going to 160. He don't want the Golovkin rematch. I wouldn't want to fight him again neither. Personally, I don't want to fight that monster again. He older now. Maybe Kell Brook could do something. He get his whole face broke this time. But that's just the way it is. Let's see what a better man is. If Crawford if Spence beat Crawford, then shit, he the man. He pound for pound, especially if he move up easily. Easily. But what's the hold up? If Crawford do what he supposed to do tonight, and I think he gonna do, then they gonna move the goalposts again. If he come over to PBC, they gonna move the goalposts again. Get this dude his credit. Get this dude his credit. Spence knows what's gonna happen. And even if it was some way he could fight Kell Brook before Spence did, or before the Golovkin situation, and Errol fought him and Terence fought him, Terence is gonna probably beat him better anyway. He got a better style for him. Just like Errol Spence struggled with Mikey Garcia. I won't say struggled, but he couldn't knock him out. Crawford would either knock him out or get knocked out fucking with Mikey Garcia because he gonna go for the gusto. And you can look at a situation like Leonard Bundu and Keith Thurman and Leonard Bundu and Errol Spence. Keith struggled with him, but Errol Spence got him up out of there. It wasn't because Keith fought him first. It was just simply because Errol Spence had a better style. Errol Spence gonna have better styles versus certain fighters than Keith and Terence. Terence gonna have better styles, and Keith, they kind of got similar styles a little bit than Errol Spence. It just depends. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence, when he just gonna beat Bundu's better than that. He gonna beat, he might struggle versus Danny Garcia. He might beat him. He had a good fight versus Sean Porter. I mean, it was basically on par with what Keith Thurman did. I think Kell Brook beat Sean Porter the best. But people going around saying, oh, this is his best fight. No, it's not. Y'all just lack the knowledge of boxing and know so. Amir Khan might have had more juice in the tank left than Kell Brook. Ain't nobody ever seen Amir Khan get whooped like that. Felix Diaz was another good fight. He had just beat Lamont Peterson and they robbed him. And the fight with Terence Crawford wasn't even close. He beat him into submission. That's an old school ass whooping. He beat him into submission. So, to me, the Felix Diaz fight was better. Victor Postal fight was better. The Gamboa fight was better. So those fights was better. The Jeff Horn fight was a tougher competition. He just came off beating Manny Pacquiao. So you could just keep going on. We fought way better fighters than this version of Kell Brook. Way better. So a lot of people just want to sit there and tell flies. But I think it ain't even a lie. I think it's just lack of knowledge. But we'll see what happens tonight. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All my social media links in the description. Twitter is the fastest way than Facebook and Instagram. We got a Facebook group. Want to make a donation to the channel? Best way to donate is share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. But Cash App is CJGood313. PayPal link is in the description. Cash App there as well too. Check out our World to Wait playlist. Let me know what you guys think about the video. One time for the one time. Appreciate the love, support. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking
right?
at him. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.